and welcome back to Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII. This game is very, very emotional. Did you know that angels don't necessarily have two wings? What was that guy's name? Hajambe? Oh, what is wrong with me? Okay, here we go. So, I think last time I played this I was commenting about how nice the music was in this church. Also, the visuals look fantastic. I just have to comment for a second. The lighting is great. I mean, the polys are low, but this right here is what, in some ways, separates this game from a lot of other nonsense. You got some really great music in this one part. You got Zack. He's got the Buster Sword. The church looks beautiful. And then you talk to Aerith, and then it's like dilly-dally, shilly-shally. Quality text. You're going to get materials, right? I'll be here tending the flowers. Alright, actually, this isn't so bad. That wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. It's fine. Yeah, that was Tifa. That's right. I'm just... It's the... So this is happening. Question, did people not get the announcement that I was live today?
Activating combat mode.
From that nice piano ballad with all the cool little, like, subtle textures and... You know, it's just a great little song, and then it's like... Okay, you did get it. Alright, cool. Just checking. I'm trying to do my animation, and these things are fucking knocking me to the ground. Oh, hang on one sec, guys. I forgot to do something. I forgot to take some vitamin C. It's around a sick person today. So, that's usually my cue to overdose on like 2,000 milligrams of vitamin C. What are these things? A new automated weapon. Mobile weapon. They automatically detect and attack monsters. You're a monster, Zack. Oh god, I am my worst monster. Wait a minute, that's not the quote. I am my own monster. Health. In 2 days I'll be streaming. Hey guys, I'm sick again. ARMS development deployed these in Midgar as an anti-Genesis copy measure. These new models were able to eliminate most of the copies inside Midgar, apparently. That's pretty impressive. But why the heck was I attacked then? Because they can't tell the difference between soldier operatives and monsters? Currently, no. Well, that's annoying. They'll fix it eventually. By the way, Song, I'm annoyed with you too. You were spying on Aerith again, weren't you? No, I don't like her. I have to turn my fan on. Activating fan mode. I have like a little silent-ish fan that, my compressor and my limiter and my volume, my noise gate kind of eliminates, which is great. I'm able to kind of keep that on me. That's coming invaluable during the summer months, I can tell you that much. Silent treatment again. If you want to go play with Aerith, you're welcome to do so. I'm just fulfilling my duties as a Turk. Hey, I'm not playing with Aerith. I'm fulfilling my duties as a soldier to protect and Oh, Mr. Soldier, I heard you were making a flower wagon. I'll help you make it really fancy so you can surprise Aerith. No, this isn't what you think. This is for her Hey, Song? I need 4 things. I need tools, wood, tires, and instructions. What? If you need instructions to build a flower wagon, look around Shinra Building, Sector 8, and Sector 5 slums for items. Let's see, we're still missing tools, wood, tires, instructions. We should get some tools first. We might find some on the ground. Perfectly useful stuff just lying around here. Like pylons and beams and aids. What's this on the ground? I should take a closer look. It'll be a scorpion. Now, why would a Shinra mask be here? Wait a minute. Cloud could be under the ground! Of course, I'm in the slums after all. Why does Zack care about Cloud? They met like once. Alright, twice. Oh wait, no, you know what? They have a bond, because they're from Bumpkin Towns. Remember Gongaga? What's this on the ground? This camera's taking quite a beating. Doesn't look like it's gonna work anymore. This be the owner's name. T.S. Sung? How do you pronounce that? We're the tool of choice for some peeping Tom. T-S-E-N-G. I don't know anyone named T-S-E-N-G. That's weird. It was on that day we learned that Zack was illiterate. Hey, not a bad find. This might actually be useful. Obtained tools, times 1. 1 times tools. Oh, it said could. I thought it said cloud. Oh, whoops. Could it be cloud under there? I was like, wait a minute, why would cloud be under the rubble? There you go, soldier guy. That's a great find. With a set of tools like that, you could build anything from a flower wagon to a Shinra robot. We should get some wood next. Something sturdy yet attractive. Where do we find wood just lying around? Oh, in the slum market next to that shop. I don't know, it seems like there's all kinds of shit. Let me say something about wood lying around the slum markets. I don't remember anything like that. It seems like there's all kinds of shit just lying around anyway. But most of this stuff fell from the upper pizza plate. So, you know, it fell a long way. That counts as wood, right? That's a crate. Personnel announcement. This is an official notification of the change in status for the following personnel. Lazard, whatever, Director of Soldier, killed in action. Hollander, Science Department, killed in action. So, wait a minute. I don't remember what happened. Wasn't Lazard just missing? What's Barrett up to? He's forming... Wait, what is Barrett up to? Isn't he in the coal mines right now? Over in Coral? Coral?! He was missing. Could be a cover-up. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I'm not doing the running thing again, sorry. Yeah, Barrett's... He's got his arm. And, scary monsters. I heard, she said scary monsters. Super creeps. I was told there would be wood. Oh, this child has found the wood. Welcome to the number... Oh wait, no, this isn't. What? The number guessing game. Oh, the guy who gave me the potions, I heard what happened, I'm sorry. I can't get your stuff back, but in exchange I'll let you play the game for cheap. Whatever, thanks. Wait, what? The number guessing game. Guess a number from 1 to 6. Of the 6 people who walk by this store, you have to guess how many will be children. The number match is children, then you get a prize. The prize today is Soma. Predict 3 numbers. 4, maybe 6. It's definitely one of these. What the fuck horrible minigame is this? 4, 5, or 6. I'm gonna say 5. Oh, this is a terrible minigame. 4, 5, 6. Well, I just lost. Great minigame! Ah! Scam japes. Here, take a tissue. Where's the wood market? I've been looking for wood. Infantrymen on patrol. Do you sell wood? I have all the items you need. Then proceeds to not open a shop dialogue. Maybe this isn't where the wood is. Maybe it's over here. I like someone's handle is Bop. What's wrong? Are you looking for someone? Piles of wood on the ground. Waiting for Uncle to come back. There's lots of monsters outside Midgar, so Uncle went with a bunch of people and left Midgar to beat up those monsters. He hasn't come back. He is coming back. I'll keep waiting here. He has to come back. Uncle's really nice. When I told him I wanted to marry him, he smiled and said, okay. I'll be back soon. You just have to keep believing. Yeah. Yeah! Bappa Giorgio. So, I thought that little kid was gonna be near the wood. That's not wood. Is it? That's wood. I see. Something's growing on this thing? Earth isn't gonna like this. Maybe I should look elsewhere. Bad wood. Bad wood. I was expecting like a wood salesman. What do you think you're doing? This was just lying around. Is it yours? It's not just lying around. I put it there. Who are you? What do you want? Well... flower wagon for a girl named Aerith, I see. I say these people are very smartly and neatly dressed for living in the slums. I'm a carpenter living in the Sector 7 slums. I'm here in Sector 5 to buy some materials, so I can give you some of my wood. Really, that would be great. Yeah, just just put on this blindfold and come to the corner with me for a sec. But on one condition. I'm building a bar in the Sector 7 slums. I want you to come up with a name for it. A name for the bar? Yeah, a name that would give me a visual image of what to work off of. I've been racking my brain for some time, but I can't seem to come up with anything hip. It's easy. The Happy Turtle. Bar del Sol. Starlet and Seventh Heaven. Piece of paradise in Sector 7. Seventh Heaven. It's simple and it's a nice concept. Yes, I can picture it. Maybe there'll be a young girl tending the bar. That sounds good. Yes. With a big bosom and long legs. Just a killer figure. Her, her! It's Tifa. Yeah, now you're talking! And underneath the bar is a secret room, an underground hideout. Now that's a perfect slums bar. Would make a perfect base for an anti-Shinra group. I kind of work for Shinra. Soldier, in fact. Anyway, I like the name. I'm getting all sorts of visuals from it. Thanks, sport. I'll give you some of my wood as promised. Wow. Fucking wow. Just talking about Tifa, that's all. Nice work, soldier guy. You found some wood. I'm gonna be the creepy kid that stares at you while you do the things around town that I could have easily have done for you. I knew it was somewhere in the market, but I couldn't exactly remember where. Looks like we're getting there. Let's look for tires next. Where can we find tires? Tires, wheels, cars. Ah, yeah, of course, that car. Hey, don't just run off like that. What car? Was there a car anywhere? What the fuck just happened? Just take me to Cat Slide. Take me to the Cat Slide. It's not the same kid, right? Even though it's exactly the same character model and textures. Hi, Mike. Locomotive Graveyard. You got an email from your friend. Falling apart. Those copies Hollander made that attacked Shinra. Did you know that Director Lazard financed Hollander with the money he embezzled from the company? Seems revenge against the company was his motivation for both of them. Kunstel's gonna be the ultimate enemy. He's going to be the enemy of mankind at some point during this game. I can feel it, even though I've played this game already. It's gonna happen this time. I swear. I can understand Hollander wanting revenge, but why would Lazard? Climbed up the ladder when he was still young. He was always a decent guy. What could he have had against the company? I do remember him writing about ill blood in one of his mails. Speaking of climbing up, President's son already made vice president. I think Lazard was after the VP chair. Zach, where are you? Have you heard that Director Lazard passed away? He was such a good man. May he rest in peace. I wonder what's to become of Soldier's chain of command. I'm actually a little worried about the future. Who do you think I should follow? I think you. With your sunny disposition, with the main and would be the man to look up to for leadership in these uncertain times. I'll follow you to the end, Zach. Jeff said when I hear, Lizard, I just imagine lizard people Alex Jones is always talking about. Does he talk about lizard people? Is he really on about lizards? I tell you, it's the lizards! I try to avoid Alex Jones at all costs because the dude's voice gives me, his voice gives me high blood pressure. Alex Jones has been talking about how water is turning frogs gay. Says a member of the chat just now. Okay. Yeah, I've heard a lot about lizard people. I've done some research. Mike will tell you. I know all about them lizards. I do. I know their chain of command. I know where they come from. But I also have decided that in my, in my twilight years, where I am now, that I'd much rather pay attention to Star Trek races and where they come from. Like, I know all about the Cardassians and the Bajorans, and I know all about the, the Andorians. I like Andorians. Those guys are fun. They're blue. Ralph Pluton's blue. They're like brethren. But I am, in fact, a lizard, and I'm a lizard apologist. I'm just covering it all up. I just wanted you to know that. Enjoy. So I need a wheel. I need wheels. I'm gonna assume that I have an idea that the wheels are in the Shinra building, Remember, it's been about 6 or 7 years since I've played this, so I don't exactly know. Everything. Go in. Oh, I have to go this way. I like this music. Little remix. Can I take a wheel off of this? No. I thought I could just steal a wheel. Want that wheels. Space Development Report. Shinra fully plans to establish the rocket engine as the next step in industrial development. Manned rocket Shinra number 26 is in full production, with a projected launch within a few years. The proposed model for Shinra 26 is on display in the exhibit room in the Shinra building. Development is proceeding steadily, and our pilot Sid Highwind has begun training. What a coincidence that I'd get that email just as I check out this rocket over here.
Sid has supposedly begun training already, but it should have been me in the cockpit. Shinra took away my dreams of going to space. I'm never going to forgive them for that.
This dude has a deep, rich backstory. We need to focus on him, on Before Crisis Core. The pre-prequel, focusing on when you play as Angeal. And then before that, it'll be Angeal's father. So you can see, it's just the history of the Buster Sword, forever and ever. Pooping back and forth. So you just, yeah, so, like, each time they make another Crisis game, it'll just be like where the sword came from, and then you'll go back so far that you find out the ancients built the sword. That's gonna be fucking weird. There's a game called Before Crisis where you play as Cisne. Oh. Here's a car. Maybe I could take these wheels. What do you think, my man? Don't this monster make you all tingly? What kind of monster? What are we talking? I'm looking for the parts to build a wagon, so I've got this favor to ask you. A favor? I see. So you're trying to build a flower wagon for this Aerith girl. Tell you what, my good dude. You can have these. Those tires can withstand... Those babies can withstand speeds of up to 140 miles per hour. They're precious to me, but I'm venturing on your success. Oh hey, my big guy. Wow, you found tires, that's great. Lastly, the instructions. I mean, you know how to build... Just dropped something. Okay, we're good. You know how to build a wagon without instructions, right? I've already got a book with instructions with me. Of instructions with me. What are you looking at me like that for? I didn't steal it. Where'd it go? Oh no, I don't have it. Ah! I put it in my carrying case because I knew it was important. It's a crisis. This is the crisis core part of the game. What kind of carrying case? Shinra Army mask. I picked it up in the slums. Shinra Army mask. I remember seeing one recently. Hey, maybe you accidentally dropped it in... He's gone already. It wasn't real. He was never real. It was just a figment of your imagination. It's like The Shining. Someone in chat before, I read the message, but I didn't read it out loud. It was like... We've lost the gameplay. Vinny, it's your mission to find the gameplay. Actually, I wonder if I'm powerful enough to, because to get the costly punch, the best materia in the game, you gotta do these Wu-Tai missions, and you can just go through these and get it. Here, let's initiate a little bit of gameplay just to keep things spicy. I'm just curious if I've leveled high enough to do this, because this motherfucker... Like, Costly Punch makes the game stupid easy, but this dude was really hard. I couldn't beat this guy.
Activating combat mode. Yeah.
I mean, look at my health. My health is insane. But then again, he does like 1/6 of my health worth of damage. So it's hard to say whether or not I'll be able to defeat. Oh, just to let you know, everyone, we're in the process, me and some of the mods are in the process of figuring out how to get Battlefield 2 Pirates to work. And, we're pretty close, but... Yeah, Desert, you're, your files worked for Noric, so I have to try them tomorrow. We might have a zip file for you guys to download and just extract, and you'll be able to play Battlefield 2 Pirates with us. 32 versus 32 fucking mateys. Skeletons versus humans in the open high seas. Get your other accessory slots and wear attack accessories and you'll do even better. When do I get more accessory slots? Well, you don't actually... The Battlefield 2 version that I'm talking about is free. It's Battle Log. It's the, because the servers got taken down a while back. So, Battlelog, what that does is you make an account, you log into Battlelog, and congratulations, you can play Battlefield 2 for free, because it's no longer being sold. Missions 722 and 725. Oh. Well, Legend, if you've told me a million times, dude, there's a very high probability that shit got buried in the chat. It's not like a one-on-one conversation here. I could probably do that now-ish, though. I could put down the link. You could just type Battlefield 2 Battle Log. However, again, the Pirates doesn't work unless for some reason we have Desert Peace files. I don't understand it. We've had issues getting the thing to load, and Desert has figured it out. A Rare Beast in chat says, Vinny, I've missed some of your Crisis Core streams. Can you answer a question for me? Why male models? Are you kidding? I just told you that. Also, look how much damage this motherfucker takes. All this to get Costly Punch. I'm beginning to wonder if it's worth it. Anything goes, dude!
You can do it, Zach.
Yeah, I'm on fire now.
Yeah, you can make the account at battlelog.co, but I'm not entirely sure if it would be worth it for you to download the files just yet, because we may have a pre-packaged thing for you guys with instructions.
Conflict resolved.
AP up plus plus. $722. Okay, hang on. All these fucking power attacks. Increases AP, not worth it. I'm not really using the drain one. What's vital slash? Critical hits with every strike. I'm gonna throw that on. See if I like it. 722. Okay, so let's do 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 2. Oh, that's it? Oh shit! Wow, I was on the cusp of getting more accessory slots this whole time. So the reason I'm hugging the walls is because less combat. Never mind.
Take that. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
True story, Zach was voiced by Jaleel. Jaleel White. Is that his name? The guy who voiced Sonic.
Take that. Hi. Hi. Oh yeah.
Conflict resolved. Activating combat mode.
Fuck. I lied. It's actually not voiced by Sonic's voice actor at all.
Conflict resolved.
Will they get him to do the voice of Sonic in the new game? There's a new Sonic game coming out? What's it called? So we did Sonic Boom, we did Sonic Colors. Do we do Sonic Splash? Sonic Color Splash.
Activating combat mode.
Sonic Federation Force. What's next for the green? The green... for the, he's blue. I don't know why I said he was green.
Modulating phase. Power surge.
Oh yeah.
Conflict resolved.
They just died. Okay. Sonic Mania, Sonic Survive, no Sonic Sky. I don't know who to believe. I don't know what to believe.
Activating combat mode.
Sonic Scrogue. I like that one. The Wutai mission after the one you just did has gravity in its chest. It'll help you out if you have the MP. Okay, I'll try to keep that in mind.
Yeah.
This Vital Slash takes too goddamn long to hit for it to be
Conflict
useful.
resolved.
Sonic Spinball 2, you laugh, but Sonic Spinball was the only Sonic game I ever owned as a kid. I had a Game Gear, I had Sonic Spinball. I enjoyed that game. I really did. It was just too fucking hard for my babby brain. I couldn't figure it out. It was so hard. I had Sonic Spinball, and I had, Sonic... No, I was like, you know, I played it a lot, but my Game Gear kept dying before I could get to the next part. So that was a thing. I loved the 1 hour battery life. I had to, like, plug the goddamn thing in and not be able to wander with my handheld system that I wanted to walk around with. So I didn't.
Activating combat mode.
I also had a Ren and Stimpy game where you threw toothbrushes.
Oh yeah!
Conflict resolved.
That game was garbage. But yeah, you know,
Activating combat
ultimately
mode.
the Game Gear was not for me and I ended up selling it. Oh, this motherfucker. I'm frozen. Holy shit! I'm telling you, Sonic Scrogue, great game, will be out in the next few years.
Yeah! Yeah!
Modulating phase.
Come on.
Power surge.
You can do it, Zack.
Yeah!
You can
I'm on
run!
fire now!
Look, he's turning into a ball. He is the he's gonna turn into the blue ball that Sonic turns into.
Yeah!
Cure yourself. All right. I thought this fight would have been over very, very quickly since this is considered a medium difficulty mission. But since it's not, I guess I'll remedy myself.
Take that! Oh yeah!
Conflict resolved.
Well, now it's over. And what was the other one? 734 for an extra accessories slot. So there we go. There's an extra slot right there. Anything attack I need right now. It's like power wrist would be cool. $725. After you install it, after you load a match in vanilla BF2, that's how you got yours to work. That's weird. Yeah, this Pirates mod is not really fully supported anymore. It's kind of an 8-year-old mod, or rather 8 years is the last time. 8 years ago was the last time it was updated. So sadly, the Battlefield 2 Pirates thing is probably not going to work for a bunch of people. But if anyone, you know, Desert got it to work by loading a match in Battlefield 2 first, then installing Pirates. So, I mean, that could be a thing. That could be a way to get it to work for some people. I mean,
Activating
just keep in
combat
mind though,
mode.
I had an issue where I had to install it to a different drive to get it to load into a map at all. Because my first installation of it just didn't work. Just plain didn't work. But I really would love to play this pirate mod with you guys. Think about it. We're pirates. We're on the open seas. The high seas. Grog is involved. Sea
Conflict
shanties.
resolved.
Okay, guns. There's a gun with 5, like, barrels that takes something like 30 seconds to reload. What kind of pirates? What do you think? Ass pirates, come on! Scurvy. I mean, we could do everything pirates could do. We can get scurvy together on the open oceans. Come on, search your feelings. You know it's gonna be awesome.
Combat mode. Conflict resolved.
So again, we'll try our best. Norix has been working on this. He actually had to rewrite a script in Python
Combat mode.
or some shit like that. Like he had to rewrite something. I don't know the details. I don't know if you know this, but I'm not exactly a programmer. I know, right? Could you believe it? But Norix actually had to rewrite some old code to get the fucking thing to even work, which is extremely impressive. I'll see you on Wednesday, Mike. Yeah. I got what the fuck is 4 slots? Oh, that's
Activating combat mode.
nothing. Someone in chat just said, yo, Vine chat, Little Caesars is awful.
Conflict resolved.
Yep. The way I see Little Caesars, it's basically microwavable pizza. To me, that's what I get from Little Caesars. I get intense microwavable pizza vibes. And in fact, I've had microwavable pizza. Like, I've had some Tombstone pizza. There was like a particular one that I had, I don't remember what it was. That was even better than Little Caesars. The thing about Little Caesars is it's cheap as fuck. That's the only benefit to Little Caesars. That cheese is nuclear, like just plastic nuclear material. When I'm in the mood for shitty pizza, I usually don't do Little Caesars. You know, like my shitty pizza moods happen infrequently, and there's a lot of good pizza here, so usually they don't happen too often. They're usually encouraged by one of my friends. Like, let's get some Domingos. You know the story. But the Little Caesars that I've had in my life, like maybe a few times I enjoyed it. Maybe.
Combat mode.
Rubbery cheese and cardboard. Yeah. I think if I was drunk and I had Little Caesars, I would probably enjoy it. What's my opinion on Pizza Hut? I haven't had Pizza Hut in over 20 years. And Papa John's I haven't had in like 5. So I don't know. Like I said, I know that the pizza elitist thing is annoying for a lot of people, but we have really, really good pizza in New York. Sorry. It's true. And I could just eat that. So I eat that. Me and Mike, you know, after the studio one day, we got something, usually it's just like, let's get some, like, sausage pizza or, like, some pepperoni or, you know, olives, mushrooms, onions, that kind of shit. The usual. But then we went to this one place where there's this, like...
Activating combat mode.
It was like a lemon chicken pizza. I don't remember what it was exactly, but it had, garlic and onions and this, like, marsala-ish sauce. And then the other half was like plum tomato pizza with peppers and stuff. It was weird. It was like a really weird, like gourmet-ish pizza, which may not be for everyone's tastes. But apparently this pizza had won awards internationally. And I don't know how true that is, but it was good. It was weird,
Thanks.
but the ingredients were good. It was fresh. The crust was amazing. I don't go for like crazy pizza
Conflict resolved.
too often. Like I'm not a big fan of the Philly cheesesteak.
Activating combat mode.
Oh, come on! I'm not a big fan of like the Philly cheesesteak pizza. I've had one that was awesome, and then never again. Other times it just was
Activating
not so
combat
great.
mode.
But every now and then I like to try something out and like see like, oh, what's this weird chicken parmesan with AIDS pizza? Oh, it sounds great. And then I try it, and it's sometimes it's amazing, and in the hand of a less capable chef, it could be really painful. For you.
Activating combat mode.
Yeah, but for me, it's like just give me a good pepperoni pie. That's all I want. Just give me good pepperoni or a good sausage pie, pizza pie. That's what I'm talking about. Not like pie. And I would be 9 times out of 10. That is good enough. Also, you can judge a great pizza based on how good it is without any toppings. I've always felt that. So when I try a new place, I like to not get any toppings and see if it holds up on its own. And if it does, then you get crazy with it. You get crazy with the cheese whiz.
Power surge.
Is this the end? I'm trying. I'm trying.
I don't really, yeah, I don't do anchovies, sorry.
Oh yeah.
Conflict resolved.
Have I tried DiGiorno's? I thought it was delivery. Yeah, I went and fucking baked that shit myself. I ate it. I was like, I could have sworn someone delivered this to me. Did you ever see the video of the quote-unquote the ceremony? It's a bunch of people in like masks and black hoods. And they're playing like chant music, and they're sitting around a table. And the delivery guy comes in, he's like, whoa, I don't know what's going on, but it's awesome. Please, did you bring the ingredients? Yes. Yes. Halves damage from fire, ice, and lightning-based attacks. That's not all that bad. I got one more mission to do, and then I'm gonna continue with the story, the riveting story of building a flower cart. You want me to show you? I can show you. I really can't mouths wide shut, pretty much. Yeah, I can't really explain it. I just have to show you.
Activating combat mode.
Yeah. Yeah.
Modulating phase.
Progress 8%. Yeah, I'm not doing any more than like say 8 to 10% of the missions. There's a very, I mean, and honestly, if I decide to get Costly Punch, I'll grind that shit on my own. I'm not gonna do that on stream. I already got the crazy health upgrade from grinding off stream, so there's no way. The missions, again, the missions are for completionists who are like on the subway or on the bus, you know, and they want to play something for like 5 minutes. For some, you know, masochists that are in love with this game's combat system that want to continue playing it, can play it for a very, very long time. Happy Valentine's. %8 is just the missions. Yeah, the story we're much further along. Story is only a few streams, I'd say. If I really, like, if I gunned it. Which is one of the reasons I'm doing some of these missions, too, so I can, be more powerful, get through the main story a little quicker. How much did I enjoy this game when I first played it? I acknowledge that it had problems. Like, I knew that the game had issues, but I still liked it well enough. On a scale from 1 to 10, I'd say I liked it 7.5. You know, when I first played it. Now, you know, having an audience kind of watch it with me, and I know it can get a little boring at times. I like it a little bit less, because, you know, I have to consider your attention too, and your time. Let's do another power wrist. I'm gonna do one more mission, which is, this one. Apparently there's, really good materia. Also, I wanted to get you guys hyped for Final Fantasy VII Remake, which will be out 2019. Episode 1, Final Fantasy Remake. 2019, $60. Then Episode 2, Final Fantasy VII Remake, 2026. $170.
Activating combat mode.
Yeah, freeze! The end. The end. Take that! Later!
Conflict resolved.
So there's the elixir. There's another treasure chest over. I'm hoping that's the one, because I already see the boss.
Activating combat mode.
Hot! Hot!
Fuck! Yum 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 yum! So close to being a Disturbed song.
Oh yeah!
Conflict resolved.
It's amazing with how many keys there are available to write music in and make music in, and how many different ways you can make music. Mediocrity is still so easy to accomplish. I would know. I know all about that. If I do Thundara and mix it with Thundara, does that create Thundaga? Scoot the burb zub subs. Scoot the burb zum zum. No, it doesn't make... It does magic +4. Only if they've both been mastered. Oh. Well, it does increase it slightly. I'm gonna level Thundara another one up. Alright, so I got gravity,
Activating combat mode.
which could be awesome. Let's find out how awesome it is. Wow, that's actually pretty good. It staggers them too. Well, it's somewhat good. I think it does a certain percentage of their HP, of their total HP, which is how it worked in the past. So you get diminishing returns for using it too often. Often. I still say often.
Activating combat mode.
I was told not to pronounce the T in often when I was younger. So it still happens sometimes. Mace boomerang, fucking hell. Ooh. 999 on the boss, that's good. 9999 rather. I'm gonna need to buy more magic refilling items. I'm just skipping through that with fast forward, if you guys were wondering what the hell that was. Doesn't necessarily stagger the bosses, but yeah, those are some pretty good numbers for a boss.
Modulating phase.
However, I'm doing some pretty decent damage. Oh, look at that! That actually, that magic gravity is gonna make a lot of this game a lot easier. Let's try sprint shoes and see what they do. Prevent stop. Okay, so I want to do some shopping now. Alright. Now we can continue the adventure. The quest. The one man's quest to build a flower cart. Master Fira, Master Blizzard. According to GameFAQs, you combine those two things into Thundaga. Well, I don't have a Master Fira. I don't think I'm going the wrong one. I don't think I'm going the right way. Just went in a big dopey circle. Okay, so I need to... That's to Shinra. Your 1080 comes in tomorrow. Should you be hyped? Yes. But only if you plan on running Super Mario Sunshine at 60 frames a second with a very high resolution and custom HD textures. In which case, yes, you should be hyped. If you plan on playing StarCraft 2, you're not going to see much of a difference. If you want to play Battlefield 1, you're going to see a nice difference. So, I mean, it depends. Like, my 1080s come in handy. I know I'm not going to have to upgrade for a while, which is the best part of it. Otherwise, yeah, it's improved my streaming. I felt, you know, there's a lot less complaints since I got my 1080 and I've upgraded my computer. You notice I complain less. So that's good for you. But on a personal note, it's been absolutely great. Yeah. There's something inside. How to build a wagon ×1. Ah, there it is, my carrying case. This is where I dropped the mask. I'm sure glad you found it. Why did you put them in a thing like that? Because no one would think there's a treasure hidden inside of a Shinra army mask. It's called street smarts, big guy. Okay, we got everything, so why don't you head over to Aerith's place, and, I'm going home. Thanks, mysterious boy. Young Sephiroth clone. What, you're not coming along? Yeah, right, I know better than that. This is Cloud's brother, everyone. Floud. I'll leave the rest up to you, hee-hee. Let's do it again. I'm sure you'll find more stuff if you look around all over Midgar. See ya. The next game in the Final Fantasy VII Extended Universe, Crisis Bort. You find out that that was Cloud's brother, and there's like this deep, edgy backstory we're gonna find out soon. Trust me, it's gonna be great. Do I care about missable missions? No, I don't. Welcome back, Zach. Looks like you got everything. Let's start making the flower wagon then. Used tools. It's looking really good. The materials are perfectly matched. Cloud Blart, Crisis Blart.
Not quite what I expected.
Really? I think it's fine. It's all about the flowers anyway.
I want a nicer one.
Stop being so picky.
A tiny little wish. That's all.
They're tiny, but you have lots, right?
That's right. Wanna hear?
How many you got?
23?
Write them down, so I don't forget.
I kind of feel like that's slightly out of character for Aerith to complain about the cart. She always seemed like the type of character that would be content with anything.
Sadly.
Here.
Legions of monsters have spawned near a regional Mako reactor. The workers have all gone missing. Local soldier operatives have also vanished. The company is dispatching additional operatives to investigate the matter.
There he is, though. Look
You
at
and
that.
I, that is.
That outfit,
Roger that.
that hair, that face, that voice.
What's wrong?
Well, you know,
He just screams.
I thought you found something out about that other matter.
The missing operatives
Masculinity.
were the ones tracking Lazard.
And Mako.
Also, they had reported a strange pod-like device in the area.
Is that Hollanders?
Probably the same device that was stolen in Modeoheim.
Meaning,
Lazard, Hollander.
and Genesis?
We'll have to go see them.
Let's go.
First, go to
Why
the
is his
soldier
mouth
floor.
so small?
We'll depart as soon as you and the rest of the men are ready to go.
Understood.
Our orders are to investigate the reactor.
That chin, though.
They mention nothing of old friends.
See, Zack has got a nice strong chin.
Depending on what happens, I may abandon Shinra. Huh. Until then, I'll remain loyal to Soldier.
Nobody seems to be coming. Oh, hey, Zack. I heard you're going on a new assignment with Sephiroth. I've also received new orders to inspect the Mako reactor at Fort Condor. Looks like we won't see each other for a while. Yeah, I guess this is goodbye. Something tells me you'll still email me every day. Why the long face? Are you sad to see me go? I love you, man! Oh, I didn't know you could... Hey, quit joking around. It's that girl from the slums you're thinking about. You still have some time, right? You should go see her before you leave. Don't worry about it. I'll explain everything to Sephiroth. I thought of a better name for him. Nut. K-N-U-T. Nut. That's a real name. Who the fuck has that name? What fucking... Wait a minute, wait a minute. You're telling me that's a real person's name, so what... What nationality? Like, what heritage is that? I don't understand. Here, there you go. Lizard race? German? Nut died on March 19th, 2011. Who the fuck is Nut? The heritage of Jape. Okay. Alright, fair enough. We have determined that the simultaneous attacks, the more you know, you learn all the time when you stream. 5 locations, including Junin and Costa del Sol, were criminal acts of anti-Shinra organization. Their goal was to release a group of their own activists in Shinra captivity and display a show of force. But thanks to the quick response by soldier operatives, the situation was quickly brought under control. Even in Junin, the target of the heaviest attacks, damage was kept to a minimum. It's pronounced Newt. Oh. Here I was mispronouncing that the whole time. A name that I thought I just made up on the spot. Budget report. Security's down. Arms development is up. I kind of hate how it put me back at Shinra HQ, and then it told me to come back here and see Aerith. Like, maybe you could have just warped me back here. That would have been fine, too. Oh, Zach, are you done with work already? Actually, I was given an important assignment. I have to leave Midgar for a while. When will you be back? I really don't know. Oh, can I call you? No! I mean, of course. And don't worry, the job will be a cinch. I'll be back in no time. Hey, let's start now. Huh? Start what? Start filling the slums with flowers. I feel like I'm watching someone, like, deteriorate. It doesn't look like someone who's, like, full of energy and spry and ready to fill the slums with flowers. Yeah, it's really cute, I like it! Do you think we'll sell a lot of flowers? Nobody's coming. Just give it a little more time. A lot of people will come, you'll see. I think maybe because the wagon doesn't look very nice. Oh, a customer. This is the stuff that I didn't remember when I played this last time. Hey, you there, wanna buy some flowers? 10 gil a pop. Special one-day offer. You're not gonna find a better price anywhere. Aerith, the customer will buy if you can go down to 5. Sure, any price is fine. We have to be a little more aggressive than that. I'll renegotiate it for 7. But the customer just left. I'm sorry, Aerith. Why are you sorry? I'm having such a wonderful time because you're here with me. Oh! Hey, look, Zach, another customer. I think he was just here to use Cat Slide.
Don't worry about Aerith. Protecting the subject is part of surveillance duty.
You're the only one I can depend on. Hey, why are you laughing? I'm counting on you.
I don't know how to feel. Oh, you're back. You're in luck. Sephiroth isn't here yet. So what are you gonna do? Are you just gonna wait here? I'm ready. Thanks for everything. Let's finish our respective assignments quickly and meet up again in Midgar. Will do, until we meet again. Clud?
What's up?
I'm having a little trouble rounding up the group.
We're in a hurry. Let's move it.
Sir.
What? Cloud? Together again, huh? All right.
Thanks.
They have a
Hold
secret
on.
handshake now.
I'll get everyone.
Ever since he lost his helmet in Iceland, he was just like, nah, I don't need it anymore. Screw regulations. They put Zack in charge of 3 jabronis, one who doesn't even wear his goddamn helmet.
By the way, where are we going?
To Nibelheim. So, how does it feel? To be home after all this time. I have no hometown. I wouldn't know.
What about family?
My mother's name is Genova. She died shortly after I was born. My father... Why am I talking about this? Come on, let's go.
I do like this part of the game, though. That was actually from,
Sephiroth's mother's name is... Genova?
that's, you know, straight out of Final Fantasy VII.
Mm-hmm.
I actually, this is one of my favorite songs in Final Fantasy VII, this one, Anxious Heart. I don't mind this remix too much. I mean, yeah, sure, it's like Matrix Edge, but, it's not really that. It doesn't change too much of it. Not to a point where I'm upset about it. You want to practice? Practice. Oh, the posing. Soldier members must always be conscious of their public image, right? So how does it go again? Like this? Hey, that's quite an improvement. I don't have any particular desire to join Soldier. Psst, you're gonna get in trouble for snooping around. You guys sure are dressed strangely. But we're no strangers to strange things in this town. Haha, what? In fact, we have what we like to call the town's 7 wonders. Are you interested? Okay, if you're interested, you have to find out for me whether they're actually wonders or just hoaxes. The first wonder is, lately the town's drinking water has been coming out red. Could it be blood? Ooh, scary. That can't be right. Can it? Once you discover the secret of this wonder, come back and tell me. I think if you get all those wonders, you get something. Are you one of the soldier people who've come to investigate? It's Cowboy Tifa, everyone, look. I never understood why she was dressed like a goddamn cowboy in this town. That's straight out of Final Fantasy VII, so... I mean, that's not even a dopey invention of this game. It was just like, yep, put her in a cowboy hat. Yeah, my name is Zack, and I'm with Soldier. First class, mind you. First class. Huh? What do you mean, huh? Are there a lot of Soldier first classes? Nope, we're a small elite group. They only sent 2? Yeah, me and Sephiroth. Huh. Awkward Movements presents. Weird girl. She was wondering where Cloud was. But Cloud, you notice now he's wearing his helmet on purpose. He's ashamed he didn't make Soldier first class. He wanted to impress Tifa, but he came back to the town as just a common soldier. He's not, you know, or a common infantryman, not a soldier. And so that's why he was just too ashamed to take his helmet off. Even though before this he was perfectly fine with leaving the helmet off. Oh, there's a red materia in here. Color must have seeped out into the water. Phoenix materia. Skin-tight trench coat with a Fallout Boy haircut. Reg, what the fuck, dude? Tinky Zawinky says, should I play Final Fantasy VII or should I wait for the remake? I don't know, I mean, I think the nostalgia for 7 makes it better than it is. I still think it's good in its own way, but it's not, you know... Is it for everyone? No. I think the remake will probably do some things a lot better, some things worse, but I think ultimately the, it's gonna be the nostalgia that's gonna sell that game on a lot of people. Your call, though. It's tough to say. If you're okay with characters looking like little Lego football players, then you might be alright. Oh, Phoenix has got was added to the DMW, okay. Is it worth doing any of these other 7 Wonders things? Huh? There was a materia in the water supply. That's not exciting. Oh, wait. Well, listen to this. The next wonder has to be real. I get goosebumps just thinking about it. Before I begin, have you seen the painting of the girl on the 2nd floor of the inn? Not yet, but it sounds interesting. Well, go take a look right now. 2nd floor of the inn. The wall opposite the bed. Okay. Shinra troops in a country town like this. Times sure have changed. Yeah, the Advent Children style of things, it was so fast and they fly. Like, I know some of the chat members are saying they were okay with the football players, with the weird characters, the Popeye characters, but they weren't okay with the Advent Children stuff. I just don't think Square really knew what the fuck to do to update it. I hope, the Final Fantasy VII Remake is a little bit more grounded. Like, I'm okay with the characters looking like this. I really like this, but I also don't necessarily need them flying all over the place all the time. It's a fantasy game. The sword is massive, there's magic, there's crazy shit, but part of why I liked 7 was there was some grounding in reality. There were trains, there was shitty technology that mirrored our own technology, there was TVs, there were radios. I think more than any other game in the series, Final Fantasy VII mirrored our own world, mixing it with the old towns and, you know, RPG elements of the previous games. But it felt like it was kind of somewhat grounded. There were helicopters, machine guns. So, and it had that used future thing that made Star Wars so good. When sci-fi at the time was more like white rooms, men in spacesuits, and then Star Wars comes along and the Millennium Falcon looks kind of filthy, and like Mos Eisley is like dirty and lived in and used. And that's what made Final Fantasy VII interesting. It had a lot of different elements all combined and mashed into one. And going too far in either direction, I think, will kill the tone of the game a little bit. Redepart for the reactor at dawn. Make sure you get plenty of sleep. Only one of you needs to keep watch. Make sure you get some rest as well. Yeah, and then Final Fantasy VIII seemed like an incremental upgrade of the technology. Ah, that's right. You have permission to visit family and friends if you so wish. Nibelheim, huh? Why are you wearing the mask? It's personal, weirdo. Heard that the hero Sephiroth was coming, so I've been waiting here with my camera. I want to take a picture of Sephiroth fighting a monster. I want it to be a memorable shot. Take a picture of me then. I'm not interested in taking pictures of small-time supporting characters.
Activating combat mode.
Nibelheim. Bug on a Nibelheim.
Conflict resolved.
Zach should have just responded with, "Take off the cuffs!" Shinra Mansion. Or Manor, rather. Now you get like a little sense of the geography of it. From Cisne. Are you in Nibelheim about now? I've got business in another freezing locale myself. By the way, I couldn't help but notice you were reading Loveless while you were in Costa del Sol. That was Genesis's favorite work, wasn't it? It's the only work. Seriously, the only art in any form whatsoever, whether it be book, music, or play, or stage production, is Loveless. That's it. Have you finished it yet? I bet you got bored of it in the middle and just tossed it away, but there's a stage production of Loveless now playing in Midgar. Let's go see it when you get back, who knows? Might just give you the hint of what you're looking for. Or the hint you're looking for. I don't know why Vin shits in the music. I think some of the music is great in this game. It's just some of it's like loud, like annoying guitar riffs that remind me a lot of that Red Vox garbage. And it's, when you compare it to what Uematsu-san was able to do. Did I just say that? Like that? Yeah, you know what? I will give him the respect he deserves. That dude is fucking genius. But when you compare it to the stuff he did, it's like... It's not as good. There's more just generic, like, ambient, like, mood, just filler, rock, loud rock music. I'm an otaku! Cloud says, we've been on a few missions together and there's been something I've been meaning to tell you. I was thinking about telling you once we were in my hometown, but it's a little embarrassing. So I'm gonna write it out and send it to you. The day you changed your hair, when you wished us rookies good luck before our sortie, I'll never forget your words. Remembering what you said that day gives me the courage to stay strong, so thanks, Zach. Do you remember when you changed your hair? Do you remember when you put your hand on my shoulder, Zach? Welcome. Make yourself at home. What are you looking at? This landscape. I could swear I've seen it before. Oh, really? I didn't want to start this yet. Tifa, you're our guide. At your service. Okay, say cheese. Kinda wanted to do some more of those mysteries first. Nobody's a better guide than me in this town. But it's too dangerous. Can't get you involved in something like this. She'll be fine if you protect her. Stay back, it's just knocked out. It could wake up and start chowing down on you. I can still do the mysteries or no? You springs about wear, tear, and rust, so usually I just hit it with the blunt side. That's fine. Let's just keep going in this direction. This is cool. If we can do the mysteries later, great. If not, then whatever. I want to go inside and look too. This is a big moment. This is a top secret facility. Non-Shinra personnel are not permitted inside. But keep the young lady safe.
Talk to the hand. Talk to the hand.
That's how you do it, to stop someone from entering. Good fucking moves, Cloud. Putting his open palm in her face.
Jenova. Interesting. The door is sealed, of course. Jenova?
This is the cause of the malfunction. This section is broken. Zack, go seal the valve. Why did it break?
What is that?
You average soldier members are Mako-infused humans. You're enhanced, but you're still human. But then, what are those things? Their Mako energy levels are exponentially higher than yours.
Are they monsters?
I am my own monster.
Yes. The Shinra scientist
Etc.,
Hojo was
etc.
the one who created them. Abominations spawned by Mako energy. That's what monsters are.
You said average member. What about you? Hey, Sephiroth!
He always was a dick.
Could it be that I was created the same way? Am I the same as these monsters?
If I leave now, this event will never happen.
I knew ever since I was a child. I was not like the others. I knew mine was a special existence. But this was not what I meant.
Those legs, though. They look tasty. Like, fry those
Am
up
I
in a white
human
wine
being?
sauce.
No such luck. You are a monster.
No, we don't need this part. This never happened.
Sephiroth,
No, this didn't
you
happen.
were the greatest monster created by the Jenova Project.
Genesis! So you are alive!
Nah, this wasn't in the game,
I
though.
suppose I am, if you can call this living.
What is the Jenova Project?
The Jenova Project was the term used for all experiments relating to the use of Jenova's cells.
My mother's cells?
Poor little Sephiroth. You've never actually met your mother. You've only been told her name, no?
Exposition.
I don't
What
know
a
what
show.
images you've conjured up in
Exposition.
your head, but...
Genesis! No!
Jenova was excavated from a 2,000-year-old rock layer. She's a monster. Sephiroth, I need your help. My body is continuing to degrade. Soldier First Class, Sephiroth. Genova Project G gave birth to Angeal and monsters like myself. Genova Project S used the remains of countless failed experiments to create a perfect monster.
What do you want of me?
Your traits cannot be copied onto others. Your genes can't be diffused. Therefore, your body cannot degrade.
Well, technically, yeah, this could have happened. And Zack just didn't tell Cloud about it.
Share your cells with me.
We would have never known in Final Fantasy VII. I hate to say it, but it's true.
My friend, your desire is the bringer of life, the gift of the goddess.
Here's an apple, asshole. I mean, I'm still not feeling like this is canon by any means.
Our lies created to deceive me.
You know, it could be squeezed in there.
The truth that I have sought all my life. It makes no difference. You will rot.
I see. Perfect monster indeed. When the war of the beasts brings about the world's end, the goddess descends from the sky. Wings of light and dark spread afar. She guides us to bliss. Her gift everlasting. No! Stop!
Alright, now Cloud definitely didn't talk about this. A lonely apple cuts the scenery.
Combat mode. Launch an aid phase. Launch an aid phase.
My god. Wait, what the hell did I even just steal? Level up. And let's speed through that a little bit. Yeah, I mean, there's, you know, you could point to 1,000 reasons why Cloud never mentioned any of this shit. Like, you know, the Diablo with the fucking sight spinning into a hurricane. His head was all fucked up. You know, a lot of things happened to Cloud subsequently that would definitely screw with his memory.
Conflict resolved.
He tried to protect me. I know. Tifa, stay close to me. Make a hole in the Clued.
Activating combat mode. Launch an aid phase.
Cloud never talked about the airstrikes that Zack was able to call in. Again, just convenient things left out. Alright, let me see some of the new stuff that I got. I got, We should... You know what? I really should sort this shit. Adds death to attack and certain skills. Let's give it a shot. That could be cool. The hell else did I get? I got something else too. Speed shoes. No, I'm not doing that. It just prevents stop. Griffin in chat says, my ex-girlfriend thought this was game of the year. I immediately regretted putting my little Smokey into her black hole. That's enough chat for one day, I think. Oh, no Sephiroth in here? Okay, never mind.
Activating combat mode.
Ports.
Conflict resolved.
Do I recommend Final Fantasy VII to a first-time player in the Final Fantasy realm?
Activating combat mode.
I really don't even know how to answer that question. I'll tell you what, watch my Final Fantasy VII stream and kind of make up your own mind, or watch a little bit of it. You know what I mean? Like, watch,
Conflict resolved.
take a look, see if it's something you'd be interested in. I think the experience by the end of it, I think it's worth it. But that's also nostalgia speaking. I like the music, I like a lot of the cutscenes, I like some of the story, and I think the materia system is pretty cool. It's got the classic Final Fantasy battle system. But yeah, I mean, some people, it's a love or hate game. I really wouldn't even know how to recommend it if you don't have that nostalgia from 1997. Or 98, I forget which year. Chillins? What are these chillins doing here? I made it all the way up here without running into any monsters, but I have to go home now. Maybe I'll tell you the rumor I heard about the Wonder Bomb. Yes. You can stop all of them from exploding. If you can stop all of them from exploding, I'm sure you'll get something very nice. My dad told me I couldn't come here without a grown-up, but searching for the 7 wonders is every man's dream. Do you want information about the Wonder Bomb? The Wonder Bomb will keep growing bigger, but if you hit it, it'll get a little smaller. Okay? Valuable information about the Wonder Bomb. Hit the ones that look like they're about to explode. These kids know my future.
Activating combat mode.
Wow, look at that. Death is amazing. These fucking things are dying in like 1 or 2 hits now because of this. That is an excellent ability.
Combat mode.
Wow.
Conflict resolved.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but I agree with Reg. Final Fantasy VII is a bit of a nostalgia trip. You know, it's maybe not aged as well as some things, but Final Fantasy IX has definitely aged well. Final Fantasy IX is a game you can play these days, and it still holds up, and it's great. And that's probably my favorite in the series, right up there with 6. This is how we get the Wonder Bomb.
Modulating phase.
Come on, Sephiroth. What's happening? Level up. I've streamed Final Fantasy IX a few times, yeah. 4 I haven't played in years. I've considered streaming that again, or streaming it for the first time, but that won't be for a while. Final Fantasy IV is a great game, from what I remember of it. I'm sure it's aged fairly well, too.
Conflict resolved.
Gold shard. I still like it. I think 8 is good too. 8 has things about it that I really like. I've streamed Final Fantasy VIII one time. Just once. And I was expecting to hate it, and I only hated it a little bit. It definitely, that game is all over the fucking place and has a lot of issues. But, yeah, it kinda caught me off guard, because I liked it a lot better than I thought I would. It's vendor trash, hang on to it. Okay, you know this game very well, Legend. And again, I'm going to be missing your messages. That's just a thing that's gonna happen. So, can't escape this fight, really? So you have to do this fight twice. Lame. Magic isn't doing a whole lot more than my attacks are. I don't have any ice spells on my hotbar either.
Conflict resolved.
Alright. So what about that Wonder Bomb? Was that just the legend of the Wonder Bomb? Was just that there are 3 bombs that are assholes on a ridge?
Conflict resolved. Activating combat mode.
So wait a minute, wait. Who are these soldiers? G Legion B? It's just a reskinned
Conflict resolved.
fucking Shinra infantrymen, but they're called the G Legion. Okay, I understand now.
Activating combat mode. Bring it on.
They're just, yeah, they're Genesis clones.
Conflict resolved. Activating combat mode. Conflict resolved.
John Shinra.
Activating combat mode.
Hey, Battlefield question.
Conflict
Battlefield Vietnam is on the same engine as Battlefield 2, right? Because playing Battlefield 2 earlier, just to test and make sure it worked, I played it for like a good 10 minutes. I never played Battlefield 2, but I played a lot of Battlefield Vietnam. It seems like Battlefield Vietnam was on a slightly more advanced engine. Or just a slightly improved Battlefield 2 engine.
combat mode.
It was.
Conflict resolved.
Battlefield Vietnam was great. I genuinely enjoyed it, but you know, you're gonna do a game about jungles. You gotta have like some pretty amazing foliage. And Battlefield Vietnam did not have that. It made up for its flaws and shortcomings, I feel, with some ingenuity and some excellent. I don't know. It just kind of worked. The maps were really good. Battlefield Vietnam was before Battlefield 2. I don't remember that. Really? Was it? Then there was Bad Company 2, which had a fucking Vietnam mod, right? Or like a Vietnam DLC. That was pretty good. Limited, but it looked great. Oh, Vietnam was after 2 then, okay. Oh, yeah, Battlefield Vietnam had the music like CCR, Jefferson Airplane, that's right. Yeah, me and my friend used to play that. That was a good one. Where did Sephiroth go? I never played 2142. Something the matter? Sorry, I can't tell you. I'm not surprised. I'll ask around town for Sephiroth, or about Sephiroth. Thanks, Tifa.
Tifa's safe. Don't worry.
If only I were soldier. Zack?
Soldier is like a den of monsters. Don't go inside.
What happened?
I don't know, man. I thought I knew, but... By the way, do you know Tifa?
I know Gungaga.
Talk to her?
Man.
No.
I'm sensing some issues here. Shouldn't you do something? I'm one to talk. I'm with soldiers, so fighting's all I do. Sorting things out is someone else's job.
My name is Finley and I like to fight.
What's going on?
I'm
Who's
Zack.
the enemy? It makes no difference to me.
The back of Zack's hair looks like the scales of a Monster Hunter enemy.
Hey, Zack. You know, I've never seen you use that.
I just used it so much, dude.
Use brings about wear, tear, and rust. And that's a real waste. You're a little more important than my sword.
Thank you for the resub.
But just a little.
Embrace your dreams, and whatever happens, protect your soldier honor.
This music kind of sounds like General Hospital music, which incidentally...
This is a symbol of my dreams and honor.
Cloud's voice actor is from.
No. It's more. That's right. I had almost forgotten. Thank you, Cloud.
Huh?
Right! I'm gonna crash.
A couple of victory squats. I thought they were gonna do some squats together. Hey, Zach, you know, I never saw you do any squats. Huh? Don't you love that? Thing happens. Huh? Clud. Let me get a little more rest, says Kloop. This is the creepy picture. It's a sad and kind of eerie painting. Kloop doop. That's like when Carl Pilkington was talking shit on the Ricky Gervais podcast one time about this painting of this kid that used to be in a bunch of houses in England. He's like, it's weird. There's a painting of this kid. All the houses that had it burned down. Weird, innit? Ricky's like, everyone fucking had that painting in the 70s, Carl. You're an idiot. But there was like, you know, yeah, but there was this urban legend that if you had that painting in your house, that the painting would burn your house down through spirits. The Boy in Blue. That's the name of it. Actually, what does that even look like? The Boy in Blue. I want to find out. I've never bothered. Boy in Blue painting. It's a 1770 painting. Here it is. Alright, I have to warn you. This is gonna be spoopy. But if you have this on your screen for too long, it's possible that your house could burn down. According to Carl Pilkington. Well, it is a weird one. I gotta be honest. I'm not sure why the fuck anyone would want this on their wall. The thing that strikes me is it looks like a very tall baby. Like, it looks like he's like 5 years old or 6 years old. But he's like 5'9" or 5'10". I'm sorry, but the face doesn't match the height or the length of this kid's body. Yeah, I don't like it. It also kind of reminds me of, Vigo the Carpathian. Oh, wow, I wonder if that wasn't even a direct influence, because that just seems extremely obvious. Well, not really. There's enough differences where I could see this Boy in Blue having nothing to do with Vigo, but at the same time, there is definitely a similar feel. Okay, I'll stop throwing weird random shit on the screen. What similarities am I seeing? I'm seeing... Fine, we'll do this just one time. Okay, here's these similarities. The pose, kind of similar. The background's kind of similar. You know, just the clouds, the smoke, or whatever that is in the background. The framing of the painting is a little similar. And, yeah, it's just, that's it, really. Other than that, you have, a dude looking angry and a boy looking like he doesn't belong on that body, so they're very different. And also the boy's in blue, that's the other difference. There you go. Cloud says, hey, do you want to come over to my house? I want you to try my mom's cooking. The thing is, I haven't been home yet since I've been here. I hadn't been able to make up my mind about it, but I decided that I should show my face. But going home alone is just uncomfortable, so I was hoping you could join me. Is he alright? Is that guy alright? I'm a little worried because it looked like he got hurt pretty bad. I'm glad you were there. Thank you, Zach. I heard of Soldier, and how tough they are. I hope we can take a little bit more about Soldier. Talk a little bit more about Soldier one of these days, because there's something I want to ask you. Now, we know Cloud isn't into Zack, because later on, you know, Cloud and Tifa bang under the high wind while Barrett looks on like a wise owl from the distance. He's like, yeah, Cloud, I like the way you thrust. So that is the thing that happened in Final Fantasy VII. Confirmed canon. So I just don't think that, I mean, the wording of it is a little weird. It's almost like, you know, he wants Zack to thrust. But I think in this case, everything's good. I think they're just friends. Or you know, or Cloud's into, he likes to double dip. I don't know. Sephiroth is apparently at Shinra Manor. That big mansion? Yeah, Shinra has owned it for a long time. They do have sex, and Barrett is on board the High Wind, and there was a weird cutscene. It's like when Kimari watches Yuna and Tidus get it on in the river, in the ocean, wherever the fuck they are. They're in like a little pond, a glowing pond. Kimari's like,
Yes. Yes. Touch her titties.
Yeah.
it's weird. I don't know why he does that.
Listen, now's not the best time. I'll call you later.
No, you don't have to.
Okay. I'll come visit.
I'll be here.
I'll see you. I promise.
Heightened emotions have affected the thing. And yeah, you can go on a date with Barrett in the gold saucer. So, I mean, these are just some strange things. Aerith, wait for me just a little longer. Did you see it? I guess it's a cute painting, but isn't it also kind of eerie? The second wonder is that girl sometimes leaves the painting and wanders around in our world. Ooh, scary. That can't be right, can it? Lame. Tell me more. Where's the rest of the wonders? Cloud. Are you guys spoop? How spoop are you on a scale from 1 to spoop? I just want to know. Did that scare you enough to maybe give you nightmares? There's a fork in the mountain trail, and one path leads to a dead end when a peculiar bomb appears. It turns out they only ever programmed 2 wonders. No, there's actually more, and I think I have to go back into the inn and look at the painting and solve the mystery of the girl who never leaves the painting.
Activating combat mode.
Oh yeah!
Conflict resolved.
So I don't want to get anyone hyped, but I have a bit of a mystery that I'd like to present to you. It's a mystery of the NX. So, do you guys know who Kevin Pereira is? Doesn't matter if you do or not, but Kevin Pereira made a tweet that was a very strong hint that tomorrow something interesting would be happening with the NX. And I think it was like, he capitalized the word N and X in his tweet. And then he said, nothing at all is happening tomorrow, guys. Nothing at all. And then that tweet was removed. And he later said he was trolling. Okay, now Kevin Pereira is a dude who covers, you know, video game news. So, then one of his other tweets was, she's gone. She's not in the painting. One of his other tweets was in, was about, like, he was in a room, a conference hall, and he said the calm before the storm, and it was just an empty hall. So, with, you know, empty chairs. So there's some speculation. I'm not sure what to think. I don't really have any expectations or hope, but if you want to get on board the hype train, there is maybe a chance that tomorrow we'll learn something about the NX. I kind of doubt it. If anything, I think tomorrow maybe we would learn the date of the NX Direct. Maybe. I don't know, but it was just interesting. You know, just don't get your hopes up. I just wanted to throw that mystery. It's one of the 7 wonders of the world at the moment. The NX. The little girl is gone. Or is gone. It's crazy how, the NX has acquired tinfoil status. Like, the silence of Nintendo has created this weird air of, like, no, it's not gonna happen, bro. It's like at some point they have to tell us. The thing is coming out in March. You would think sooner rather than later, or especially, how about this? Sony has revealed their thing. Microsoft has revealed their thing, right? Nintendo claimed that they didn't want to reveal their next system in the fear that someone would take their idea. Because they have a good one apparently, and they're worried that it would be pilfered. So now that E3's over, Microsoft, they showed it, whatever that thing is, the Slim, the little thing, and then Sony showed the Pro. Maybe now is a good time. So maybe there's nothing else they have to worry about. They could just show off the system. Hey, so that, I didn't solve the wonder. PS4 Pro in thousands of air quotations. What the hell? Making this girl so sad. She's back. So she just leaves and comes back. Weird. That is spoopy, as they say. The 30% smaller PS4 is coming out this month. Yeah, I heard about that. Is it this dude? This dude is doing it. What? Oh, greetings, sir. You scared me there for a minute. The room is ready now. Please use it at your leisure. Ah, this dude. Dude. That's the dude. He changed in the picture. I wasn't supposed to talk to him. Maybe it's good for business. Oh no. You found it. This is very embarrassing, but I keep a nest egg that my wife doesn't know about. I hide the money behind paintings and whatnot. Sometimes use it to go gambling and end up losing it all. Alright, so you keep a nest egg. Well, why does the painting change? Oh, this is actually a two-sided painting. One has the girl sitting in it, the other doesn't. At my age, it becomes hard to remember things, so I sometimes forget whether I have any money saved up or not. Oh, lame excuse. When the girl is there, there's no Gil. When she's not there, there's no Gil. Pretty easy to remember, right? It's kind of like a memo for me. I hope you do me a favor and not tell my wife about this. And now I just took his entire nest egg. But see, it's kind of like by the window-ish, so maybe that's how the kid saw in. I don't know. So that dude is just always out of money, and then mysteriously gets money within 5 minutes. A nest egg? What's that? I don't understand grown-up stuff. In any case, I guess this means it wasn't a wonder at all. Well, how about the next one? Mister, you still up for more? Okay, on to the next one. The third wonder involves a little danger. You know Mount Nebel, right? Dangerous mount with all the monsters. Well, the most dangerous monsters are the bombs. Now, rumor has it one of the bombs is different from all the others. No one's seen it yet, but they say that it has a different face. Huh? You already know about it? Oh wow, it's the gold shard. It really did exist. I guess that was a real wonder. Well, as a token of my appreciation, maybe this means the fourth wonder is true too. There's a rumor about a laughing safe. Doesn't that sound scary? Are you brave enough to investigate it? Sure. It's in Shinra Manor. We call it the Haunted Mansion. Anyway, there's a safe in the mansion, and every night you can hear laughter coming out of it. But no one knows what the code is to open the safe, so we can't check what's inside. We have to somehow figure out the code to open the safe and find out who or what is laughing in there. You do the safety bits. Prevents death. That seems useful, you know, for the rest of the game, actually. Congratulations, you can never die. Heard that the hero Sephiroth was coming, so I've been waiting here with my camera. I want to take a picture of Sephiroth fighting a monster.
Activating combat mode.
I do like this part of the game.
Oh yeah! Conflict resolved.
Yeah, I know it's not actually dying. That it prevents you from, like, losing the game. It prevents you from the death status. Working hard at your assignment, I assume. I guess it was longer than we thought it would be. I have this weird, like, feeling Kuncel's getting jealous of Cloud, and there's this, like, strange, like, love triangle thing that's happening, and Kuncel's pissed that Zack keeps traveling and leaving him behind, doesn't give him enough love and attention. So, like, I'm just gonna read his messages as all, like, sassy and, like he's just pissed. I guess it was longer than we thought it would be. I thought I'd look after Aerith while you were gone, but the Turks were already there guarding her. I don't know why. Anyway, she says the tire came off her flower wagon, and now the thing's useless. I offered to fix it for her, but she refused. She's waiting for you to come back and fix it, so hurry up and get back here already. Wow. So much emails. So I can fight too from Tifa. Sephiroth, I don't get him at all. I didn't even give Tifa my number. How'd she get it? It's weird. She on, like, Shinra book? Is everyone in Soldier like this? Are there any blonde guys in Soldier? Well, it's just a dream. She likes blonde guys. No, it's just a dream. Any girl would love to have a blonde soldier guy protect her when she's in a pinch. Well, it's no good just waiting for my blonde knight in shining armor to show up, so I've started learning how to fight myself. My teacher tells me I've got a knack for it.
Activating combat mode. Out of the way. Yeah. Oh yeah. Conflict resolved.
Shinder? Oh, I see. Yeah, it's email. It is email. Remember, you could never wait for your blonde knight in shining armor. You must fend for yourself, always. Okay, now let's do 17 missions before we get to the next part. I guess it's like Shinder's list. Well, hang on a minute, August. That's a different thing. What is this called? Shuttlecocks? Spoopy. They're pumpkin shuttlecocks. Or they're just new Pokemon. Yeah, could be. Just always save. Save forever. Sephiroth apparently went to the second floor room on the right. Fucking hell, stop emailing me. Working said, "Hello again, Zach. I heard you were on assignment with Sephiroth. I remember you were trying to get in touch with him, so I'm guessing you can finally talk to him now. I also heard Sephiroth handpicked you for this assignment. With the main soldier first gone missing, and Sephiroth not being the type to look after subordinates, I think it's you who's gonna lead us. You're moving up the chain, and I'm following you until the end, Zach." Badminton? So what the fuck is shuttlecock then? What am I thinking of? What is that? Don't tell anyone. Oh, I almost forgot. Don't tell anyone in Soldier that I asked about the blonde guy, okay? They're the same thing. Something's wrong with Sephiroth. The door to the underground passage was unlocked, but I think he went in, but... Shuttlecock is the thing you hit while playing badminton. Is this where the safe is? Just some books. Badmittens. Put a barrier materia for later. Sure. Fuck if I know why. Okay, now this looks very different than it did in Final Fantasy VII.
Activating combat mode.
The layout looks different.
Oh yeah! Conflict resolved.
Okay, we're gonna get Vincent Valentine in the party now.
Activating combat mode.
Yeah, there's just like Ninja Turtles down here with tridents. No problem. Nothing weird about it. Sentient Ninja Turtles.
Resolved. Activating combat
At this
mode.
point, I would call the fucking, like, Shinra task force to exterminate everything in this mansion. I'd be done. I'd be done. I would not continue.
Oh yeah! Conflict resolved. Activating combat mode. Oh conflict resolved.
More coffin keys? What the fuck?
Activating combat mode. Oh yeah! Conflict resolved.
So I got the coffin keys, now what? I guess I have to find... Well, that was the, underground cave. Oh, there was a ladder? I didn't see it. How did I miss that? Where'd you guys see a ladder? Over on that one? Or does it lead down? Because I was looking for something that might lead up. Oh. Stick to the walls like pigs on shit, or like pigs in weird Windows 95 CD-ROM games. So there's 4 coffins here. It won't open. I guess I need coffin keys.
Activating combat mode.
This isn't where Vincent Valentine was. Vincent Valentine was in a single coffin.
Conflict resolved. Activating combat mode.
Got him! Oh yeah!
Conflict resolved.
Remember when Zach woke Vincent up? Yes, I do. I'm gonna need more coffin keys. Nick Valentine? Yeah, he's in the game too. He's in one of the
Activating
coffins.
combat mode.
Yeah. Welcome, Zach. I'm your destiny, you see.
Conflict resolved.
Just remember, don't click the coffin. Wow, there's a lot of coffins. Jesus. I'm gonna need a lot of fucking coffin keys.
Activating combat mode.
Got him!
Conflict
Got
resolved.
him!
Yeah, so I'm wondering
Activating
what's
combat
the
mode.
point of even opening the coffins? What is it, just for bugs?
Modulating phase.
Squirt gun.
Got him!
The general helps you find Vincent before he revives Aerith. Thank you. Good info. You got that from a news group from 1997. Speed grind. You have to count the shit you see peeking through the keyholes. The wonder has to do with the coffins. Oh. Doesn't look like these coffins are openable. So, I mean, either that or I just can't get a good angle on them, but it actually seems like there's only 2 coffins per room.
Activating combat mode.
Oh yeah!
Conflict resolved.
Oh god, is Vincent gonna show up? I don't remember if he's in this. Is this someone sleeping in there? Maybe. I should leave him alone. Vincent cameo, everyone. He said zzz. How cool is that?
Activating combat mode.
Well, there's 6 coffins in each room, so that might have something to do with the number. It didn't even show him that, but yeah, that might have something to do with the number of whatever the number of the safe is. I don't know. Let me show you a cameo. Look into the chest. Who's in there? Someone. Who? Someone. Isn't that cool? Doesn't it just set your nerdgasms on fire? A life form in a state of suspended animation excavated from a 2,000-year-old stratum. Professor Gast named this life form Genova. Date. XXXX. Good info. Genova verified as an ancient. Genova project approved. Mako reactor number 1 authorized for use. It's the camera angle. My mother's name, Genova. The Genova project. Could this be a coincidence? Professor Gasts, why didn't you tell me? Why did you die? Sephiroth, honey, come home. Dinner's getting cold. You haven't even looked at me the same way since the accident at the reactor. Honey. Honey. I would like to be alone. Bitch, I came all this way to talk to you, and now you're telling me I gotta be alone? Fine, I'm gonna go wake up that husky sex god in the treasure chest. I'm sorry, in the coffin. Maybe he'll love me the way you never did, Sephiroth. At least me and Cloud still have our secret handshake. Science equipment. Science chambers. Take a look at these. It's fucking crazy. Fucking crazy. From that day, Sephiroth shut himself inside Shinra Manor. And proceeded to review document after document like a man possessed. The lights in the basement never went off. And on the 7th day, God created clouds. Well, so long wonders. That's not happening. The wonder... The 7 wonders are over, folks. Sucks, huh? Sephiroth. Again, this is, you know, presented slightly differently and with more detail in Final Fantasy VII. I feel like if you haven't played that game, then you miss out on a lot of the impact of this. But look, he's in the fire. He's so cool. Holy shit. I'm coming to get you. Oh, they even redid the cutscene! Yes! This is why so many online handles in 1998 were XX Sephiroth, XX 420, X Sweetleaf, X Blowjob. How could you? Sephiroth, how could you?
Activating combat mode.
I'm actually kind of upset. I was liking the Seven Wonders thing. So, what do you get for the rest of the Wonders? Like, what is that all about? Do you get more cool shit that I just missed out on completely? Vital Strike, Attack Up ++ materia. Okay. Well, it was fun. It was actually a nice little diversion. I feel like this whole Nibelheim section obviously was... a lot of love was put into it because they knew fans of Final Fantasy VII would want this to be extended, you know. So, I feel like it worked. They did a pretty good job with it. I like the little Seven Wonders scavenger hunt. I thought that was a nice touch.
Conflict resolved. Activating combat mode.
Fighting crab people and birds. That's maybe not as nice of a touch. Crab people, taste like crab, eat like people. It's like a weird fucking bug crab, but with human legs. Oh, it's so weird. Where are you? Zack, where are you? Sephiroth set the whole village on fire. Tifa and her dad went chasing after him. You've got to stop them. That's the part of Final Fantasy VII they left out. Cloud texting on his phone from a burning hometown of his.
Conflict resolved.
Yeah, they didn't show that cutscene in Final Fantasy VII originally, but maybe in the remake we'll get a chance to see Cloud do some texting.
Activating combat mode. Conflict resolved.
Cloud's just Snapchatting his dingus.
Activating combat mode.
I was gonna show you guys a video, right? There was a video I wanted to show you earlier.
Activating combat mode.
I had... Alright, it is with much shame I'm going to admit that I had a Cloud username when I first got on the internet. I was 12. I was 12 or 13. So, you know, I thought Cloud was the coolest. But my username was like Cloud12371 because 123 was taken. Yeah. I did. I'm willing to admit this. My ego is of no consequence. I had a fucking Cloud username. I was the cool kid. And I'll tell you why I stopped having the Cloud username after a very short period of time. Okay? Because my family thought I really loved Clouds. Ah, he's such a pleasant boy. He just likes Cloud so much. That's why he made his AOL email Cloud. It's like, no! No, he's cool! He's got a dark past! You don't understand.
Conflict resolved.
He saved the world. He fought Sephiroth. You don't understand. He had so many feelings and edge. He loved Aerith, but she... he's such a nice boy. He likes clouds. No, he's a soldier! And he fights with a big sword! So that's when I went and started changing my usernames to Chrono instead. Because at least that didn't sound like a weather pattern. Also, at one point my username was Dark Metamorphosis! It wasn't. It really wasn't, I swear. I did have an Alucard name once. I was a Solid Snake once. Yeah, I went through the full gamut of characters. None of them lasted very long. Chrono was, I think, one of the longer lasting ones. He loves clocks. Yep, I like clocks, Chrono, everyone. And then when I got a little older, I became the Shockmaster. You want to rule the world, Cloud? Well, you have to take the title belt from me, the Shockmaster. Sephiroth did this, didn't he? I hate you. I hate Shinra. I hate Soldier. I hate you all. You're not blonde either. All that talk about rust and wear and tear.
Mother. Let's take back the planet together. I had an epiphany.
Stiff, wooden.
Let's go to the promised
epiphany.
land. Mother.
Sephiroth! Why did you kill the townspeople? Why did you hurt Tifa? Answer me, Sephiroth!
Mother, they're here again. You should have ruled this planet.
Ruled the world.
You were stronger, smarter. But then they came. Those inferior dullards. They came and took this planet away from you. But don't be sad, Mother. I am with you now.
Yeah, they redid little bits of the cutscenes.
We
from
meet
these parts.
at last, Mother.
I saw a titty.
Sephiroth! Have you completely lost your mind?
Just cut his neck off now. Save us all the trouble.
Sephiroth! I trusted you!
Okay, now here's this wasn't this wasn't stuff that you saw in Final Fantasy VII necessarily. This whole part, again, Zack just left this part out when he told Cloud about all this. sound of leather.
Activating combat mode. Modulating phase. Power surge.
Like, whenever we see Sephiroth move, it's just the sound of leather rubbing against leather.
On fire now!
Apparently getting knocked off is a bad thing, so I'm gonna try my best to avoid that. Even though this camera is not doing me any favors. I think when Winged Angel would have been perfect. That's just me.
Power surge.
I mean, they put so much effort into these cutscenes, and there's a good chance that most players would never even see all of them. Because a lot of them are hidden in really, really hard missions. So only physical then. Well, not only physical, but...
You will pay.
So, I think I want to talk a little bit about character shift in Sephiroth, which is very drastic. So, why did Sephiroth change so drastically, so suddenly? I don't think it's necessarily just because of the research. What the fuck? You could argue that it has something to do with his connection. So, Jenova was this alien being, kind of like Lavos, that came to this planet with attempts, that made attempts to rule the world. And the idea here is that it was a being of pure evil and power and all that stuff, right? And Sephiroth was made directly from Jenova's cells. So, I think he learned all about her. He started putting all this effort and attention. But it's, I think, more so than him learning about her, he felt the tug of the dark side, so to speak. He felt the rub and tug of the dark side. And he... in the same way that the reunion happened in Final Fantasy VII when all the little... what are they called? The Jankies? What were they called? The Flukies. Sephiroth's Flukies were drawn to him, and they would go to the crater where he was at. I feel like, maybe that happened with him. The proximity of which he was to Jenova. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, actually. So let's just say he's a bad guy, and the bad monster person made him do the things. He also hadn't slept in 7 days. Sure, that's a good enough reason, too. Why are there Chaos Emeralds? bird. So yeah, I'm not, someone in chat was talking about how they didn't buy the transition from Sephiroth being a good guy, well, not even really a good guy, but just working for Shinra and being somewhat reasonable, to turning into this crazed psychopathic lunatic. And I think the answer is, sadly, in this case, telepathy through alien black magic cells. He also has nothing to take. Can't even do a steal. Well, okay, you see here what happened was Genova's baby daughter clone merged with Lavos at the end of time, and they became the Time Devourer. So the baby daughter clone was taken and turned into a cat. A sentient cat man named Lynx, who then was transformed by Fate, which is a massive computer system created by Balthazar and Robo in the El Nido archipelago. And nanomachines and ancient aliens and Y-mail models.
Conflict resolved.
What am I talking about? I guess you didn't watch my Chrono Cross stream.
You're not the Sephiroth I once knew!
I am the chosen one. I have been chosen to rule this planet.
Here you go. Here's your one-winged angel. Sephi Ross. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing Ross. If you are driven to the edge, the game is over.
In combat mode.
If you are driven to the edge, you have become Sephiroth. Really wish he didn't fucking guard against that. If you are driven to the edge, you will become Cloud.
Traitor. You will pay.
Lots of flying, lots of aerobics. Aerobics? No. Acrobatics. Oh shit. Even when you're guarding, he can still knock you off. Traitor!
Is this
Ba
the
ba ba
end?
ba.
I'm trying! I'm trying!
How'd they get the helicopter down here? Wow. Got me down to 1 HP, huh, Sephiroth? Good shit.
Traitor.
Stop. Stop!
You will pay.
So that's how Zack turned into Cloud. He got too close to the edge. God, stop, dude.
Conflict resolved.
Yay! I should get edgelord my amiibo to fight Sephiroth. Okay, so there goes Finn, who fought Kylo Ren. Finn is down for the count. Now Rey has to pick up the lightsaber. That's it. He should be sliced in two. We're not talking like a knife wound to the back. The fucking width of that sword is the width of his torso. It's just about catching him unawares, really.
How dare you?
Oh, I just realized this is the second
Off.
of like 3 times we're gonna see this cutscene. When the remake comes out, we're gonna see this again. Once every 10 years, Square has to update this cutscene.
Sephiroth!
Don't test me!
But the music was so good in the Final Fantasy VII version when this happened.
Possible.
Should have just kept it. It's that meth rage. After every cutscene, there's inevitably someone in chat that says, "This game sucks, LOL."
Cloud. You did it.
It's just a flesh wound.
This one here. Intriguing. Most intriguing. He'll make a fine test subject.
Yeah.
You call yourself soldier?
I'll go for one more cutscene until I hit another checkpoint or whatever.
The soldier name.
Angel! Wait!
Save, delete, do nothing, escape. The 4 options of the save menu.
Those wings. I want them too.
Someone in chat just said Angel equals angel. Mind fucking blown. Nilbog? It's goblin spelled backwards. Decked. Cloud. So they were in there for how long? A pretty goddamn long time, if I remember correctly. Again, that's all expanded upon in Final Fantasy VII. Like, they were made into... It was a science experiment to infuse them with Mako while they were, like, you know, conscious, while they were alive. And, Cloud got severe Mako poisoning, which fucked his memory up really bad. 4 years. I'm being told it was 4 years. It took 12 years to make Minge. Why is Cloud talking about Minge? It's the first thing on his mind as soon as he wakes up. Cloud couldn't handle it because he did not have training. Meanwhile, Zack was kind of exposed to Mako poisoning slowly over time. Document 2. Researcher's Diary number 1. Here I am, banished to this remote country town. I came all excited about participating in Professor Hojo's top secret experiment, but now they tell me the procedure has already ended. They wouldn't even tell me what the procedure was. What am I doing here then? Well, as long as I work under Hojo, there's a chance to move up, so I'll have to be patient. Yeah, Zack was too resistant, Cloud was too susceptible to the Mako poisoning. Document 1. Procedural failure. Failed case number 1, soldier first class. Desired effect did not occur. Strong tolerance to Genova cells due to soldier conditioning assessed as cause. Failed case number 2, Shinra infantryman. Weak tolerance to Genova cells led to toxicosis. Lack of response to outside stimuli suggests severe system damage. Recovery highly unlikely. So yeah, Cloud got really fucked up, which is where some of the edginess and the forgetfulness and why he thought he was Zack came from. Alright, let's go. Wait here a minute. I'm gonna go clear the way. So, yeah, what... I have a question. How much longer is this game?
Activating combat mode.
'Cause I could knock this out in one more stream, right? Or is the next stream of this gonna be like 20 minutes and that's it?
Show me the true power of Soldier.
Mind your own business.
About an hour and a half. 2 hours, hour and a half. So yeah, one more stream. I'm gonna finish that this week. So I'm gonna come back to this game at some point this week and just knock it out.
Oh yeah! Conflict resolved. Oh yeah!
Okay, I need a save point. Isn't there a goddamn save point down here? Vincent, wake up, we need you. Vincent could have stopped Sephiroth. To think Vincent was all wrapped up in this whole affair, and he was right here in this basement this whole time.
Oh yeah! Conflict resolved.
Just leave Cloud down there to rot.
Activating combat mode.
Hot! Hot! Got him! Yeah! Hi! Oh yeah!
Conflict resolved.
Wait here a minute. I'm gonna go clear the way. See how good of a friend Zack is? Fuse an attack plus 100 materia with coffin keys. Holy shit. Research diary number 2, document 3. The town was apparently set on fire intentionally. No one has filled me in on the details, but it seems the other researchers who came to the town with Professor Hojo all perished in the fire. That's why I was sent here. Now, only Faja Hojo and I will be working on the project What a thrill it is to actually witness one of the professor's experiments firsthand.
Activating combat mode.
Dorky Face is the name of this enemy.
Conflict resolved.
Look, I am your father. Please, let me be your father.
Activating combat mode.
Spoopkins, I like that. That's a good name for them. Spoopkins.
Modulating phase. Conflict resolved.
The town was apparently... Apparently Vincent's story is 30 years before Final Fantasy VII. Is it that long before? And yeah, now I kind of vaguely remember that you have to count things and... that helps with the laughing safe thing. Get you the code. There's a PlayStation stream going on right now in Japan, and they just announced the new Final Fantasy for 2018. Wait, what? A new Final Fantasy, so wait, we're talking Final Fantasy 16? Was just announced? Official notification of the change in status. This is 4 years later, no? Zack and Cloud both killed... or both Sephiroth and Zack, first class soldier, killed. Kojima just talked as well? Or did they delay Final Fantasy 15 to 2018? Kojima was there too? I gotta talk about that. I want to find out about Kojima. Got an announcement from General Affairs that you were killed in action, but those announcements are never true, are they? Where are you? What are you doing? What you have to do for the company to reclassify yourself as a dead man? Let me help you if you're in a jam. Talk to me, I'll be waiting. Kojima talked, no new Final Fantasy. Go to Materia Fusion, attack up with Libra. I don't think I have an attack up. That's the one I don't have. Is that beans? Was that beans? So yeah, the phone was waterproof with an eternal battery. What an amazing phone. Professor Hojo is returning to the head office tomorrow. They say I'm the overall supervisor of the project now, but who am I supervising? I have no staff. Nobody has given me a timeline for when I go back either. Come on, let me go home.
Activating combat mode.
I really would love a save point right now.
Oh yeah! Conflict resolved.
They're just giving money away now. Ah, here we go. This should do nicely.
Activating combat mode.
Alright, there is one downstairs. Yeah, I'll get that in a sec. We're gonna dress Cloud up real quick.
Resolved.
fuck did he go? Cloud? He's gone.
Activating combat mode.
Bring it on!
I really need to not fight these things.
Got him!
Conflict
Kill them.
resolved.
Exit screen. Go kill them again. Cloud's gone. Maybe Cloud was a figment of Zach's imagination. Every day I send reports regarding the status of the samples, but the samples never show signs of change, so nothing to report. The only joy I receive is in caring for the 2 failure cases. Now they understand me. I often tell them my troubles. Of course they don't reply, but you know, lately I've been thinking caring for these samples isn't so bad. I think I'll just spend the rest of my days here. And then Zach fucking wakes up and decks her or him in the face. Alright. Well, that's the stream. Don't know where Cloud went. I don't know if it's a glitch. I don't know what's going on there, but I guess we'll try it next time. Totally legit PSP that I'm streaming this on, everyone. Alright, so, let's check the art, and then I'll get going. I'll tell you my itinerary is, again, to finish this game this week. Both Metal Gear Rising and Super Mario Sunshine are next. They're on deck. I know some people were like, what about Minish Cap? What about Minish Cap? It's not going anywhere. It'll happen. After 3D Dot Game Heroes, though, I think I want to take a little time to recover from a Zelda-ish game. So, you know, Minish Cap will happen, and it's going to be good when it happens, but it might not happen for like a few months, maybe a month or 2 from now. So, those are the 2 that I got on deck. I got Super Mario Sunshine working brilliantly with a really good texture pack that just updates the textures without making them look different and stupid and edgy. So I think you guys are going to really like the way it looks. And the 60 frames a second is also really nice. And it's stable, too. From what I understand, the things I downloaded to make it work really well have made it stable. So this is as close to like an HD remake as we have right now. Watch, NX is going to launch with a Sunshine remake. It's going to happen. I feel it. I fucking feel it in my bones. As soon as I stream it, by the way, look at this kid. They say if you stare at this painting for more than 5 seconds, by the end of the night, you in fact turn into an adult baby. Creepy. One of the 7 wonders, I'd say. I also really want to get another Super Mario World randomized thing in, and I want to complete a Super Mario World randomized run. So that will absolutely happen. Whether or not this week, I'm not sure. There's a bunch of different things I want to do this week, but it's a thought. Okay, so here's the art. First is from Trainer Alexa. And it's it's me as a skull trumpet. That's awesome. This one's from Mark Sally. And it's Rick, Morty, and myself. That's pretty good. From Glitchy Pikachu. Here's an edited Earthbound sprite. So, yeah, you could see some of the pixels are smaller than other pixels, but that happens from time to time. From Nutmeg Raccoon, here's a 3D. I like this a lot. This is the person who did the Red Vox thing. Hey, Nutmeg, if you're listening, I have a question. That Red Vox thing that you did, this one, would it be possible to get this in like animated GIF form, where like maybe like the neon flickers a little bit, or maybe from like a head-on angle? Not to ask you to do shit if it's too much work, but I figure if there's a way to make that kind of look like it's flickering a little tiny bit, and it might look awesome. Anyway, that's just my request. But yeah, you do an excellent job, Nutmeg. I showed that thing to Joe today. He really liked it a lot. I kind of want to get that made in real life now. But anyway, that's this is, I mean, it's a pepperoni secret, really. That's what this is. It's quite literally a fucking pepperoni secret. From Astrica. Here's a BRB. That's pretty cool. It looks official. Remember, anything with tiny little leaves like that is extra official. Kind of looks like an award of some kind. Throw that in the folder. We got a little bit more. And this one is... oh, it's a BRB version of this. This one's from Cryomancer. And this is Fine Cooking. Waluigi denies former legal name Pierre after fighting event debacle. 3 more deaths. The toll keeps rising in response to terrible Shockmaster impression. Pepperoni Secrets, world-class bread and water menu that will drive your guests crazy. How to join the Leather Club. How to wake up half-asleep people. A simple guide. By the time I finished the image, the joke felt completely beaten to death, Cryomancer says. Yep, pretty much. But it's awesome. And I know what picture you based your art off of. And I love it. So, nicely done. From King Davey, every time I see someone do a Zack Sonic crossover, it just gets more Sonic and less Zack. But it's so good. From Punstar Tracer. Scoot the burbs. Amazing. From the Yoshinoya, here's a Vinny will BRB Gorilla style 2D. Knick Knack Pity Pat drew this. Why do I have this blindfold? Yeah, let me just take you around the corner real quick. So you're gonna give me the wood? From Twiggy Tom, some more Crisis Core art. Sonic, Zack, and Cloud Tails. From Maple Java, it's me overdosing on vitamin C. Vinny will not be right back. This one's from Cloud Strife Amiibo, who, like, I mean, this is the perfect game for this person. We're going to Nibelheim, even though it's spelled incorrectly. Looks into the camera like he's in the office. From Punstar Tracer. This is from the Museum of Anything Goes. That's what it's tagged as. You know, life as a whole is an experience when we travel as a whole in our bodies, in our minds. The result of important minds being let down by the empirical... What the fuck am I reading? Oh, right. It's the art, the edge art. Holy shit. From Old Man Level. I think we all... we know what this is. It's Zack. As the giant baby in blue. Amazing. Absolutely fucking amazing. From Twisty Reptile. Kept you banana, huh? Oh, God. It's fucking Harambe as Solid Snake, or rather, Big Boss. Okay, before I go, I did want to show you a video. It's not going to take long. Before I show you the video, just remember that there is other streamers. Direboar is live, and one of my mods, Jeff, is live at the moment, Vigibum. You can go to Vinesauce.com and check out the streamers. Toss them a follow, check them out. I'll be hosting Dire after this. Also, one more announcement. Captain Southbird on his YouTube channel has uploaded some highlights that you might find interesting. The first was, you have here, hang on. You have the Zelda 2 Death Reel, and you also have the Mayor Vine compilation, part 1, which is the Animal Crossing New Leaf highlights of, from years ago. We're talking like, when was that? 3 years ago I did Animal Crossing New Leaf for the first time? Yeah, so when that game first came out, I sent him the files for part 2, so if you haven't even seen those streams, many of which are not even online, if you want to see the highlights, Captain Southbird has them on his channel. So you can watch the highlights before you actually watch the entire, like, thing. So they're available on Captain Southbird's channel. You can just Google that and or type it in on YouTube and you'll find it. So, yeah, so that's pretty cool. Eventually the Animal Crossing streams will be uploaded. But anyway, yeah, this is just a little prank that some kids did. And I got a kick out of this for some reason, especially the delivery guy. But check this out. Secret Society themed B-Day pizza delivery is the name of this video.
Good eye. I can't see what happened, but it stopped right there.
If there should be like an orgy on the table happening, like fully eyes wide shut, it would be so much better.
The music is just getting me. Okay, yes, I think so. I think so. Get in position. Hold in position, cross arms.
Yes, this is chance music, everyone.
Facing the door, remember?
The fuck happened to the audio? That was weird. Like, what the fuck was that?
How's it going, man? Good. This looks awesome. Please put the pizza on the table. Don't know if I want to come in, but I will anyways. Holy shit. Alright, I'll put the pizza on the table for God's sakes.
It's the best possible delivery guy for this. Watch them pass the tip. It's amazing. This delivery guy has a very good sense of humor, but I'm assuming he knew they were just fucking around. I mean, not for nothing, secret societies, I'm not sure if a luchador mask is the most acceptable. I don't know, it just doesn't look very professional to have a luchador and an elephant guy. They could have got some better masks if they really wanted to get in.
Who's gonna put their print on this receipt right here? That'll be me. Here you go, sir.
I still love it. I don't even give a shit.
We have some questions for you. What are they? How many Parmesans did you bring? One big one. Chili peppers. One big one. Oregano. Thank you. No.
So yeah.
Well done. We have some questions.
I like that video. I've watched that a few times. They laugh right as the door is still closing. So I think there's like almost a 100% chance that delivery guy still heard the laugh Which is fine, because it's like, all right, well, he knew they were having a jape. But, I mean, personally, I think they should have held off like another 5 seconds, you know, and just really make the guy wonder if that was like, you know, he's thinking to himself like, I think that might have been fake. You know, I'm pretty sure it's fake, but what if it was real? What was the cult? And again, there should have just been 2 people fucking with masks on somewhere in the background. Maybe not like fully in sight, but he should have heard the ball slapping. Like, it would have been just excellent. It would have solidified the whole thing as, you know, real. Which, you know, again, if you want to go all out, you got to get better masks too, folks. Sorry, Venetians. Get some Venetian masks. But I think it's a nice, harmless, fun prank that I thought was kind of a good idea. And I've wanted to do something like that since. Anyway, I'll stop now. The worst part of this the worst part of this whole thing was me going like this. I swear it's just my hands. I swear to God. All right. You guys have a great night. Enjoy the giant baby, and I'll see you soon. Good night, everyone.